Hello everybody, this is a quick tutorial video on how to exchange your sprocket on your back wheel. We're gonna exchange the basic one we have with the bike for this new shiny one with a little different gears. Here you see all the parts you need. So first of all, a plier to cut the zip ties, 2 wrench or ring keys, one size 18 for the wheel and the bigger one size 21 for the sprocket later on. And well, here's the new sprocket we want to use and the adapter which exactly fits into the new sprocket. First thing to do is to remove the back wheel again from the frame. So cut those zip ties the motor cable is held in place with. Remove those rubber caps to loosen the screws, size 18 ring key. Unplug the motor cable, put to the side the gear shifter, and then with the key try to open the nut again. And now you can just take out your wheel. Put on the adapter piece now. And to loosen the whole sprocket, we recommend to put the wheel on the ground, hold it in place real tight, and then loosen it. Could be fairly hard, but well, Chris made it. Until the whole sprocket comes off, so you can easily remove it. And over here you see the thread. Make sure it's clean, so there are no sand pieces or anything else in there which could damage the thread. Clean the thread using a normal towel and some water, that should be it. And afterwards take some grease right here and put it on the thread, so the sprocket comes off easier if you want to exchange it again. Right here you can see both sprockets, on the left side the old one and on the right side the new one. What basically changes here is the small tooth wheel, which is actually the highest gear, has 14 teeth over here only 11, so we hope to get a higher top speed later on. And other way around, the biggest tooth wheel down here, which is the lowest gear, has 28 teeth over here and over here 32, which should actually give us more torque while pedaling, so it's easier to go uphill. Alright, it's time for the new sprocket. Put it on there as you put off the old one. Try to find the thread and then tighten it with your hands as far as possible until it's not going any further. Now you put on the adapter again. Make sure over here there is always one fitting adapter for one specific sprocket. So basically, if you order yourself a new sprocket, make sure you have the adapter which is needed for it. Tighten the new sprocket until it's not going any further, and that should be it. The good thing right here is, while you use your bike now with the new sprocket, it tightens it automatically. You have a little distance ring which needs to be placed in there. Then you take your little other rings which hold the wheel in the position and have enough distance between the frame and the wheel, so the whole sprocket doesn't scratch on the frame. You can see this little knot over here. Make sure it's on the side where the small cutout area is, where the whole motor cable is flexible. And the same for this side, so the little knot needs to face upwards. Okay, put aside the gear shifter to put the wheel back in place. Like this. And now make sure those little knots here face upwards when the bike is turned around, so it fits in. At the same time, make sure the brake disc fits exactly into the braking saddle, so you're not bending it or something. And as you can see, it's nicely in place again. The last step is to put the nuts in place again. Same over here, as you can see. Put in the motor cable again. You have 2 arrows on there. Yep. And you can use some zip ties to hold it in place again. Last thing to do is to adjust the gearing arm again, the gear shifter. So we have a separate tutorial video for that. So we just quickly explain it here. 2 screws for the lowest and the highest gear, which actually adjust the gear shifting arm so it's exactly positioned over either the smallest or the biggest tooth wheel. So we made the first test drives with the new sprocket. It's still nice and shiny, so put some lubricant or some grease on there. We think it's pretty amazing because actually in the lowest gear you have much more torque now to go uphill easier, and in the highest gear you still have some pressure on the pedals with top speed, which was a little bit different with the old sprocket. So far it's a pretty good experience we made. And if we make some changes or if anything else should change, we'll of course update you, and hopefully we have this sprocket soon available in our web shop. And well, we post the link in the video description, and see you guys next time. This was Fabi, bye bye.